It's just my second time.
We live? Okay, let's do it then. All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Conversations with the Connect, and every Wednesday we are on bldradio.com having conversations with the Connect. If you would like to call in and chime in on the conversation, the phone number here is 470-708-1833. And I got my sister Zaki in the house with me today. How you doing?
What it do? Happy to be back.
All right, tell the people who you are, where you from, what you got. You gotta reintroduce yourself to the people.
Okay, so my name is Zakia Sabri, aka Empress Smash, aka Miss Che Butter Baby. I do a lot of things. Where do I start? I know this sister through our dance company, Mata, and so I wear many hats, and I'm just here to kick some shit with my sus.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then like with you, when I ain't really meet you just yet, but when you first walked in, I was like, she look like she gonna be my type of vibe. But then I started seeing your personality, and I was like, yeah, like we gonna kick it. Like we got a lot of similarities, from the jump. Yeah. I felt that, and so, we have similarities and differences, but what's very much so in common is the grind and the hustle and the entrepreneurship. And so today we're just gonna kind of talk about like our experiences. And so, you went to a HBCU, whereas I went to a PWI.
HU.
All right. So tell me about how you chose what college you were gonna go
to. Let's see. When I was in high school, I kind of knew I wanted to go to Howard because of just the reputation it had. So many successful Black people and Black excellence came out of that university. And so I was like, I really want to go there. And just me being interested in that as a teenager, I was just like, okay, I know I really want to go there. And then like two of my friends who I was really good friends with at the time, they had gotten like full ride scholarships to Howard our senior year. Well, I was like in my junior year and they were in their senior year. They got full ride scholarships on swimming scholarships. I was like, yes. So they giving Black people money. Let's go. So I just knew I wanted to go to Howard. I didn't even start off at Howard. I started off at a junior college, a local junior college here, Atlanta Metro. Shout out Atlanta Metro. Okay. AMC. I think they call it Atlanta Junior College or something now. I don't know. Okay. But the name I think has changed, and it's connected with like Georgia State and stuff. You can get your associate's degree and transfer it into a 4-year. But yeah, that's where I started. But I was like, I know I want to end up at Howard. And so I finished and got my bachelor's at Howard.
Okay, what you get your bachelor's in?
In journalism, and my concentration was public relations. So I do that too.
Okay.
What's up?
I heard her. Hit her up. All right. And so that's funny that you say you went to a junior college. So my journey was more so centered around basketball. Basketball was life.
Really?
Like I used to play basketball every single day.
So you was trying to get like
trying
scouted.
I was going to get a scholarship.
Okay.
My mom kind of told me when I was younger, like, I ain't gonna be able to pay for college. I was like, don't worry, basketball gonna pay for everything I need to pay for, which it did. I was just committed to that.
Yeah.
Sure. And so I played at a junior college in Illinois for 2 years, got my associates, and I went to play at Marshall. We Are Marshall, like the little sad movie. Like I went there. Like, don't know why. I'm trying to ball, I'm trying to hoop. I don't know why I went to a football school, but it is what it is. I'm grateful for the experience for sure.
You learned a lot.
But what's crazy is I could have took my last visit to TSU, Tennessee State. But they just like when I went to Marshall, I just felt like royalty. They made me feel like we really want you here with us. I was like, yeah, this might be it. So if I had to redo it, I would have went on the visit, at least on the visit. At that time.
So you didn't even go to the visit?
I didn't go to the visit. I should have. They would have paid for everything too, and it would have showed me a good time.
You just went with that first experience, like
that, and like I didn't have what I know now about HBCUs and the experiences and the Black people and the I didn't know all of that. Yeah. That wasn't something that like when I was in high school, I can't tell you that people talked about that. And like, I know how happy, I know a couple of people from my high school went to Morehouse. And so I remember how like, that's like, they was like, like this is just like a big deal, but they didn't tell me why it was a big deal. And then, I just didn't know.
See, I
I
was
didn't
like
know.
a product of just like HBCUs too. Like, so I always knew that at least if nothing else, I wanted to go to a HBCU because my mom graduated from Spelman. So shout out to Spelman. You
Okay,
know, we don't
spell me.
we compete with y'all a lot, but we know we number one. And actually, we I was just reading this article the other day that it was like top universities, and we made the cut, top 100. We made the cut. We were the only, or like maybe out of two HBCUs that made the cut. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? We was in like 80 something, but it don't matter. Spelman wasn't on there. And neither was Morehouse. So
Okay. All right.
no, but I digress. But yeah, so my parents, like my mom went to Spelman. She graduated from Spelman. And so
Yeah.
my sister went to Spelman too. And I was the only one who went to HU. But
Did they
I knew I
want you
was
to go
like,
to Spelman too?
they kind of did. They was just like, "Oh, you going?" They knew I was always gonna do something different, just because I'm that one. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
are y'all
yeah,
doing this?
yeah.
I'm gonna do this." You
Okay.
know what I'm
So the
saying?
rebel.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You
yeah.
gonna
I
do
was just like,
okay,
yeah, I
yeah.
was like, oh y'all, yeah, no, y'all gonna be the legacies. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it over here.
Okay.
But and then my dad's family is from Maryland, so I was just like, it'll give me a chance to just get a different like city under my belt, like just to
Okay.
see what I could do in DC. Shit, DC ain't seen Zaki.
Right.
And so, like, we
Okay.
in here.
So what was it like when you first went?
It was like, it wasn't I won't say it was a culture shock because Atlanta is very, immersed in blackness, but it was just like, damn, I ain't never seen this shit where I wake up in the morning and go to class and get to see it, and everybody's finding their new selves and figuring out who they are, like getting this new sense of consciousness. Like that
Right.
was just like amazing to see. And then it was almost like a melting pot because just being in DC was like, you had Chicago right here, you got Philly, you got Detroit, you got folks from Cali that's coming there. So it's like all these black people from the United States, different little places, and you all are like getting to just be on the same kind of grind, networking and just trying to build your future. So that was really just beautiful to see. And then people was like trying to wake up there, and we was protesting, and it was legit like the movie School Days. Like I was like, oh my God, this is just like how I thought it was gonna be. This is fucking amazing. So yeah, that was lit. That was a lit just time
Yeah.
to enjoy that. But I didn't, I don't feel like I did college. If I could do college all over again, I would do it a little differently, but I would still go there, but I would just do it differently.
How so?
Like I probably would have just I would have wanted to go all 4 of my years. I don't think I would have wanted to transfer in. I would
Yeah.
have wanted to start from the beginning there. Because I feel like when I got there, I was just like I was a lot more mature, and I was feeling like, oh, I don't want to do this because I feel like I'm too old to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel like I got the whole freshman experience. I got more of the
Oh.
transfer student experience.
Oh. I
And
can
that
feel
makes a
that.
difference. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does because I can definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because one, it's no shade to my college or nothing, but like we used to lose in
Oh,
junior
okay.
college. We were good. Like we
Mm-hmm.
were both my years like buckets. Like we
Yeah.
were, you know what I mean. So
Exactly.
that's a lot. And then like being in such a small, well, my junior college was in the middle of nowhere, but just being in a small city, small town, everybody know everybody. Like if you do anything wrong as an athlete, you're on the front page of the paper.
Yeah.
Like your scholarship gone.
Especially in a small town.
It's over with. You going back
Hmm.
home. Wherever you from, it's over with.
So would you
Yeah.
say that you guys were like judged a lot more, just being like kind of being the minority in that space?
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
honestly, the majority of the black people were in sports. Like it's the football team, um, the basketball team, both boy, men and women's basketball. That's what my
Okay.
primarily black. Had a little track team, mostly black. So you knew who the black people were in town. So
Yeah.
you just gotta do what you need to do, and try to be the best at your sport at the same time, and just know it's always eyes on you at all times. You know what I
For sure.
mean? So
Wow.
like
That's deep.
honestly, I was in school when Obama got the first presidency, and it was big for black people, right? We
Hmm.
was hyped, like
Yeah, we was
yo,
lit. We
they
loved it.
walking down with their daughter. We stayed up late,
Thirsty as
like
hell.
yeah,
I casted
yo,
my vote.
nah, I
Nice
go to
ass.
class the next day. These folks pissed.
Oh,
Like mad,
Maddies, a whole bunch of Maddies
like a
sitting
lot
in
of people
class.
didn't even come to class. Like they were so mad Obama
Wow.
won, and I just was
Like kind of how we was when Trump got it that year. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. I
most
see the
definitely,
sense. I
most
see the. I
definitely.
see the
The only
flip.
difference is I'm the only black person in the class. I'm just like,
Right.
I don't know
Mm,
what y'all what.
for
I don't
real.
got nothing to do with that. Like that wasn't my, you know what I'm saying? Like what?
And how we was when Bush won that one time and they
Yeah,
cheated and like how
yeah.
many years, like how many times has it
Some
happened to
folks really
us?
be
Like, are
cheating
you
though.
fucking
That's why I be
kidding?
like, man,
Like,
y'all
what?
already know what y'all want, man. Stop
Y'all could
playing
be
with us.
mad one time.
Nah, for real. For
Yeah,
real, for real.
y'all could
So
be
that
mad.
was different. And then another difference I know definitely won't happen at your school is
No.
the first day of hunting.
What is the
Mad
first day
people
of
like
hunting?
it's a date. Like when the seasons change. I don't know the specific date,
Okay.
but mad people didn't come to school. And I was like, where is
Oh
everybody else? They was
wow.
like, it's hunting season. I was like, what does that
What the
mean?
fuck does that
They
mean?
out there. Overalls, shotguns, like they're not in class.
Now that's
They're
one
not
thing
in
I do want to learn
class.
how to do. Now I do want to learn how to hunt.
For real.
Yeah, crackers, me.
Oh.
Who's our crowd?
Everybody,
White
black people.
people, yeah. If you guys can show me how to hunt, I do not mind learning it. Like for real, I go hunting with y'all. Well, no, I won't go hunting with y'all
Don't
because
go.
y'all might fucking kill
Don't.
me.
That's purge. You say yourself, oh, you gonna
Wow.
they gonna get you. They gonna take you
No,
out.
never mind.
That's
Take
a
that
bad
back.
idea.
I absolutely take that back.
It's a
Yeah,
bad. It's a terrible idea.
I'll take that back.
Nah, but
But I do
nah.
want to learn how to hunt. So if we got some niggas like, let's,
It's some
you
black
know what
people
I'm
that know
saying?
black
Let's.
people know how to hunt.
Okay,
Like, yeah,
I
survival
would
of the
love to.
fittest.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, they know how to listen, hunt, grow gardens, all that.
I'm.
Like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
one of them ones.
yeah. So you shoot a deer? I just need to know. You'll shoot a deer?
I might shoot a deer, bro. Bro, I
Yo,
might
that's
shoot a deer,
wild.
G. I just don't
Oh,
know. I just don't know. If you when you in that space, when you in that environment, you don't know.
that's wild. That's wild. That's good information. You
Listen,
just never
these
know.
these deers, they be doing a lot.
They kind of crazy.
They kind of crazy. They'll run into your car and shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not me. I can't shoot no. I can't shoot no animal because they like sometimes look you dead in
in
your
the
eyes.
eyes, yeah, yeah.
Nah, I'm not finna kill no animal, bro. That's
Yeah,
not me.
because I really don't even like looking at them at the zoo. I'm not a big zoo person like that.
What? Who don't like
No,
the zoo?
mm-mm.
What the zoo?
I'm cool on it.
Tell me about your experiences that shaped this. Like no zoo.
I mean, I did the zoo when I was coming up, field trips, things of that nature. But I mean, I just really feel like the animals look so sad. And
They look
then,
sad. You ever been to what's the name of that place? It's called dang, it's like I think it's called Noah's Ark. You know what I'm talking about? Noah's Ark.
uh-huh.
You know them. I didn't even know animals could be traumatized. Like them animals been through so much
That's
stuff.
what I'm
I'm like,
saying.
no, at the zoo it tell you good stuff. Like this person was in the jungle. No, at that place it was like this tiger was saved from a drug raid
Yeah, yeah,
as it
yeah.
lived in the basement. And I'm just like, wait, what? What's going on? Like
And do you look in its eyes?
I can't even look at none of them. They
That's
had
what I'm
like scars
saying.
and all that. They had real trauma. I don't
Oh,
want to look at no animal that look like that.
I never been.
You never been?
Uh-uh.
Alright. So listen, let's talk about like kind of tell me about like how your upbringing, like in the culture, like what was it like for you growing up, in the culture?
Growing up in a culture.
Yeah.
Dang, it was different. Like it was some good, it was a lot of great experiences, a lot of great experiences, but then there were also with everything good, there's also that side of it that's like, that's bad. Not bad in the sense of like you wish it never happened, but you just wish people weren't the way that they are.
Yeah.
And so like you gotta just kind of see how you can maneuver through that as an individual, as a conscious person, because you see things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like you legit see things now with a conscious mind. You don't just take things surface level no more. So um we was always doing that. Like my parents kind of raised me up in that mindset. And then we was in another organization called the New African Scouts Organization, which is what I grew up in. And we would meet on Fridays every week on Fridays. And we would basically, it was like school on Fridays, an extra school, but it was more like an after school program where we did like community service. And um it was just like literally we learned about ourselves.
Yeah.
Every Friday, we would learn about different people: Malcolm X, Fannie Lou Hamer, Madam C.J. Walker, Asada Shakur, like people that you don't learn about in school. So it was that extra added on piece that like kind of helped shape you. So you now going through life like, damn, I know about people that really did shit, and y'all in school books teaching me about fucking Christopher Columbus, and I know that this is not a true story. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it definitely has its good and its bad, and then people um judge you and just different things like that. So
Judge you why?
like because they don't know, they're not they're not hip to
Ah.
what you got going on. So they're
Right.
because of just their lack of knowledge on what you might be having going on, they automatically assume bad because, of course, everything African, everything Afrocentric is kind of has a negative connotation on it before everybody started like waking up. You know, this
Yeah,
happened in
yeah,
recent
yeah,
years.
yeah.
This is 10 years,
Listen.
12 years, maybe in the last 15 years, people are on some black shit. But when we was younger, it wasn't cool to be on no black shit. People was like,
Oh.
what are you, voodoo? Like they didn't
Oh
know
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. It's
going on.
automatically assumed. This voodoo. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
for
It's
sure, for
like,
sure.
oh, what are you, voodoo? Oh, we didn't stand for the pledge. People would look at us at school like, what is your mom, Muslim? Like, because they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? They just, why don't you
Okay.
stand for the pledge? Why don't you celebrate Christmas? Why don't
Right.
you? It's a lot of questions when kids, they tease you about stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not cool to be African. It's not cool for your hair to be nappy at school. Like, why is your hair
Wait, so how
nappy?
was your hair when you was younger?
When I was a kid, like, I was a little girl, so my shit it would start off the day probably cute, in puffs, and then
Yeah.
by the end of the day, my shit was probably like standing the fuck up. I didn't have no perm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I didn't have no perm, so I used to have friends because I was that cool. I'm that bitch.
Okay, you was popular.
But I was popular
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. But then, of course, your friends would still tease you, like, why your mama don't give you no perm? And just ask like silly questions,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
just because they just don't know.
Right.
And it's not to say, like, I ain't calling folks ignorant, but it's just like we can be ignorant to things that we don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I
I guess
believe.
that's
I
that's
believe.
the
But I think
definition of
a big
ignorance.
part of growth is just being more open minded and
Oh yeah.
open to things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people get so stuck in black and white and don't
Yeah.
realize gray areas are okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like everything can't always be black and white, black and white. Like
Right.
people are so rigid with certain things. But you know what
Mm-hmm.
I learned? A lot of that is like it's like stuff comes from your parents. Like I start doing something one day and I'm like, oh my God, my mama used to no, like
Yeah.
what's going on? That's not what I want to do. So what
Mm-hmm.
can I don't want that habit. So how can I change that? Because it's not gonna be good for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real. So it was like some stuff you just kind of like when I would go to school, I was going to public school, so you would just kind of turn off certain things. Like
Yeah.
you didn't share everything. It was like
Okay.
you might not understand I do African dance because, but then if I tell them that I do African dance, they be like, oh my God, that is so cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. How long you been dancing? When did you start dancing?
When I was what? When I was a kid, because my mom danced when she was pregnant with me,
Yeah.
and she was in a dance company here in Atlanta. Shout out to her dance company. What
What's
was the
that
name of it?
company?
Extensions of Africa.
Extensions of
That's what it was
Africa.
called
Okay.
when she was here in Atlanta. And she was like around my age. And so she was pregnant with me. And she danced with that company. And know Sister Ramatu from there. I think Sister Ramatu and her was in that company together. Or I don't know the full story. But don't
Okay.
get me to start lying. But so she was in the dance company and she like raised us kind of around just like the culture with that. And then we also had the New African Scouts organization that she was a parent leader in. And
Yeah.
so she introduced the dance in that arena to that organization. So she started a youth program, a youth dance program inside, like that was like a nonprofit inside of the New African Scouts, if that makes any sense.
It
Called
does.
Falade. Yeah, called Falade.
Palade.
Falade
Okay.
Nawe Usi. And it meant honor arrives in blackness.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
So
her little
like
story,
yeah.
her little backstory.
So like what at what age would you say that you started dancing?
I skipped that part. I was
Just
little.
age. Just guess about
I
what
don't
age.
know what 5 or 6
5 or 6.
maybe. Yeah, because she
And
put
how
us in a
many years have
performance
you
kind of
danced?
young. So I ain't gonna tell y'all my age,
Don't
but
say age, just say how many years you danced.
I don't think it's about 30 years.
30 years of dancing. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a
That's
lot of
lit. That's
years.
lit. And that's so for me,
I'm supposed to be famous by now, huh?
supposed to be
30.
I mean, listen, whatever you
I
want to do, you can
am.
do it.
No,
Whatever you gonna do, you gonna do
I
it.
mean, I'm doing exactly what I want to do.
Okay. And that's what's
Absolutely.
important.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'm
be
doing exactly
happy.
what I want
You
to do.
happy?
Absolutely.
Feel fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what's important.
Yeah.
All right. So with me, I was working in children's mental health forever, forever, ever, ever,
Okay.
ever. If you ever want to know some wild stories, I tell you, I don't want to put it. You know, I don't want to put it out. People,
I know you had some
you know, I
wild
got some wild,
experiences.
crazy,
What
like
was the age
unbelievable
group?
story. Teenagers,
Okay.
adolescent. So I had the trans unit.
Wow.
So that was different
I'm sure that was different.
because people will wake up and they'll be, I'm just gonna say random names. They'll wake up every day they want to be Tina, and then when Tina gets upset, now Tina is like, nah, call me Tim. Y'all got me messed up, and then we start
Okay.
calling you Tim, and now it's like y'all don't respect my pronouns. So that's a lot.
Oh wow, it's a
That's a
whole
lot.
lot.
That was a
That's a
lot.
lot.
It was a lot. But I got what I needed out of the situation or whatever. But we had a West African drumming training, 11 months training, therapeutic drumming instructor training. So teaching you how to facilitate West African drumming as a therapy.
Okay.
So it was a deep dive and like trauma informed care, and how to set up your circle and how
Mm.
to like really tap into like excuse me, your emotional state, but also teaching like challenge by choice, encouraging your peers because they be fighting all the time. So people that might get into a fight be like, come on, get the rhythm. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
You got it. And just creating a safe space
Okay.
to just talk about anything.
So using the music as a healing.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And so
I mean, that's originally like what our people used it for.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And so I did the 11 months training. It was so many times when I'm doing this training that I wanted to fucking quit. Like I was like, this it was used to piss me off. I wanted to quit so bad, but I was like, I'm almost done with this training.
Yeah.
I can get this certification, and this might lead to more opportunities and get me the fuck out of here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I just gotta stick to it. I gotta stick to it. So I got to it, through it, learned, passed it, got it, had to write about my experience. We talked about the deeper work of the djembe, which has nothing to do with actually playing the djembe,
Wow.
but the deeper inner works of yourself, and your healing, and talking through stuff that you might have suppressed for so many years, and like really you have to first
Really
talk
just
about
like
it,
express that.
let it out. Forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. Give yourself grace if you need to give yourself grace. Excuse me, but just like really like a deep journey inside yourself.
I like
So
that.
that was dope. Um, and then so that's why when last year when I first became a part of the ensemble, we only drummed in the circle, girl. We ain't do no dance. We dancing, y'all dancing, and I'm just like,
okay,
what is going on? Culture shock. Like, what is going on? And so
get right on in there.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta keep it real. A Caucasian person is the one who facilitated my training.
Okay.
Ironically, last name Harris as well. Ironic as hell.
Really?
That a Caucasian man taught me what I need to do to facilitate drumming. But then that didn't situation, all that didn't work out. But then another Miss Harris comes and is like, come on, come join the UIM Matza. Like I can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Harris.
For sure.
You're supposed to be drumming, fool.
No, for real. And so like adjusting, like I never drummed to dancers before joining UIM Matza. So that was just like I'm watching that. Like I used to just like vibe out, like my eyes closed. Now it's just like, nah, I need to make okay. What's the step before this step? Like what? Like it was really a learning curve, but I had committed because I knew I wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to you, man. That's fine. I like that.
For real.
Yeah,
and so I always joke with Timber, and I'll be like, see, I had the PWI experience when it came to the West African drumming.
Right on back
but
around.
then the HBCU pulled up like, nah, sis, this ain't it. This ain't it. Come on, man. Come on, what you doing? Like, come with us. So
that's funny.
Yeah, forever grateful for that.
For absolutely. Sure. I think like gratitude, that's like so important because I'm grateful for my experience too. Like even how I came up in it, like how I speak about the challenges and stuff. Like I wouldn't have traded it for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like just like knowing self and just walking in and knowing that consciousness or whatever. Like I appreciate that, and I appreciate everything, all of the experiences that I had. And I'm just like welcoming more, you know what I'm saying? The whole time. Like I just want to continue to learn about like our people, because like there's so much more to us. Like for real, for real. So
You been to Africa yet?
and that's where I'm going next.
Where you
Nigga.
going?
That's where I'm going next.
Where you going to
Yeah.
Africa?
Okay, so I want to go to Ghana first, because I just feel like, well, no, I said I want to go to Ghana second, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to like the Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Mali kind of. I want to do that all in one trip, so I'm gonna do that first, because literally, like that's where my heart. I feel like that's where my heart is, and that's where I feel like if I did a little ancestry situation, but I don't feel like it was 100% accurate. But I feel like that's where I'm from.
Okay.
Them's my people.
Okay.
I feel like I'm from Guinea. All right,
Okay.
I'm going ahead and say it right
Guinea.
now. I feel like I'm from Guinea.
Okay. You so crazy. All right. So when you making this trip?
So I'm doing that before the end of this year, like going into 2023. Like, so
Okay.
I kind of want to do it like on New Year's,
Oh, that's gonna be
whatever.
dope. That's gonna be
I bring in my New Year
dope.
lights in. I accept it. Boom, right down,
Yeah.
on the turf. So I really want to do that. And then they always be having that Afrochella thing in Ghana. Or is that in Nigeria? I'm still trying to figure it out. But I definitely want to hit Nigeria too. So I want to hit Tanzania. I want to hit Joburg. Like it's just so many trips I want to go on. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to go. I want to go to Eritrea. I feel like I got some friends over there.
Okay.
I see. I might have some lineage over there too. Like, what's up?
That's what's
Some
up. That's
cousins.
gonna be some dope trips.
It is some dope trips. I'm looking forward to those. So I want to get those popping as soon as possible.
All right. And so if you just joining on Instagram, this is Conversations with the Connect every Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm on BLDradio.com. I got my girls IKEA here today. And we were just talking about our experiences as far as her attending the HBCU, whereas I went to a PWI. And then our just about the West African culture, her coming up, being a dancer for a West African dancer, drummer, and choreographer. I'm gonna drop all that.
Bop.
You heard the resume, right?
Period.
Like 30 years of experience with that, whereas my journey kind of started in 2018, but I'm here now. So what's up?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna get right back. We're gonna get back into let's talk about business. Let's talk about business. Being a businesswoman, being a boss, being an entrepreneur. All right. So tell me about your business.
So, my business, for those who do not know, I make hand whipped body butter, and so it is 100% natural. It has all natural ingredients, though you could even eat it, but I wouldn't advise that because it's not like food. But it really is like the bomb. Like, not even to just toot my own horn, but it's that thing. It's that thing. So it'll leave you with a natural glow all day. I'm
Right.
telling you, you will not get dry. Like you will not get dry. And it's the best like after a shower. And it has all kinds of therapeutic healing properties in it. I use lavender. Of course, we all know that lavender is for the calming. So just like after a nice bath, I always pop on it's called La La Lavender, and then just have a nice little zen out. And I have plenty of those, so y'all could check me out and follow me at shea butter underscore baby. That's CHE butter underscore baby, and you guys can order online or just follow me. We are literally restocking right now, so I was just telling Angelica before I pulled up that I had literally sold one of my last today. So I'm restocking. I'm in restock mode, but just hit us up.
For sure. And
Hmm.
like I always get compliments on like my skin
Yeah,
and my face is you look
I'm
like you're
telling you,
glowing,
it's
your
that one.
skin I be like, it's
It's
that
that
shea
one.
butter. It's that shea butter.
Yeah.
Like for sure, for sure.
And it's not just shea. Like we use mango butter, we use cocoa butter, we use shea butter. So we are literally, and we're branching out. We have like a few new products coming too. So just look out for those. And yeah, We've been grinding, and it's been a journey. We've been around for what, a year and a half.
A year
We're
and a
babies.
half.
We're still newborn babies, but
Okay. What
we're
made you start it?
so I started it because my son, his name is Che, and that's why the name is Che Butter. But my son's name is Che, and he has struggled with like eczema, just like really dry skin since he was a baby, really. And then in winter was like when it was the most harsh, or just the winters would be the most harsh on his skin. And so I was just trying to figure out like what can I do to like get him to be less dry. And so I was like working on everything. I was using the creams that like they would give us, the cortisones, all that stuff from his pediatrician. I asked the pediatrician what I should do. And it was just like, well, mom, he has eczema, like so you just gotta keep him moisturized. And so even the moisturizer, like he by the end of the day, he would just be like dry as fuck. And I'd be like, damn. So I had to I just was like, what keeps me moisturized for the most part? I use shea butter, but it wasn't ever like a whipped one or something that I really liked or enjoyed putting on. It was just like always like, okay, get the big ass brick from
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Chinese
yeah, yeah,
store.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like fucked up, right? You get it from
Yeah,
the Chinese.
for
And
sure.
it's like, yo, people make this.
Nah,
So
for real.
I was like get those, and then I have a brother who I like will one of my vendors who I get like it in bulk from. I knew he did it, and I was just like, well, let me just try to break this down and see if I could work with this a little bit, manipulate it to fit my son's skin. I was doing research on just different types of essential oils because I know that essential oils can like heal in different ways. And I had gotten this book and I just like started reading up on different essential oils that were for dry skin or that concentrated on just like keeping just the skin calm more than anything because you just want it, it's inflammation in a sense. Eczema, asthma, all of those are inflammation. So it's like you don't want when you have these flare ups. What do you do to keep yourself calm from flaring up?
Mhm.
So I was looking at that, and that's what kind of got me to putting the things in it that I wanted in it. And it's like playing with some different formulas, and I just came up with it, and I was like throwing it on my son's skin, like dropping him in and shit when he would get out the bath in the morning. Like, and I was putting it on thick. Like, I got videos and pictures of people being like, damn, you greasing him down, bitch. I lied to you not. I lied to you not, bro. And I was posting videos like I lied to you not. I was throwing that shit on him, smacking him, and his skin was just getting better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, wow, like, damn, okay. So if I could do this for him, then I wonder how many more people I could do this for.
Mhm.
And so I just wanted to start doing that and seeing how it could help other people. So that was how we started that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That is
Thank you.
dope. And so, since you started, how have things been going? Like how is it growing? Tell me about the growth of the company.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. So like I feel like my journey has been interesting. I'm still like a baby in the journey, but like just figuring out what works for me was like a challenge in the beginning. I was like, dang, I'm all by myself in this. And really, I had to just really look around and just realize I'm not all by myself in this. And so then that's when the growth I feel like kind of started happening a lot more for me. And it's still happening a lot more for me because I'm still realizing that like it's
Right.
not just me and I don't have to just depend on myself. So this has been my biggest growth trying to not wear all the hats for it. I can't wear
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the hats
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So that I would say that is my biggest like piece of growth or where I just been seeing like dang. And not essentially not like the business growing, but just me growing in the
Right,
business.
right, right,
You know what
right.
I'm
So do you
saying?
think so initially what you saying is it was hard to let people help you?
Yeah, because I'm like, I want it to be my own.
Yeah.
This would have been the one. This is the one thing that was just like mine, but then it still is mine because people are not trying to take it from me. They just trying to be
Right.
like, here's
Show love.
yeah,
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I can do this. Why don't you let me do this? So it's
Yeah.
really hard as a Libra, like not to blame it on the zodiac, but shout out to my Libras. We be doing that sometimes though. Like we trying to do too much. Like, why do you have to do it all? You could let somebody else like help out. So
So who was the first person you let help you?
um all these other questions. Who's the first person I let my dad help me? I
Do
let
it. What
my
he do?
dad well, So my dad is kind of who started teaching me how to make and whip like
Oh
butters.
yeah,
Yeah, for
he
real.
knew how to whip the
Yeah,
butters,
he know how
bro.
to whip the
How he
butters.
know that?
So he would get us butters, like he would get us butters for Kwanzaa, like just on some. He wasn't trying to do it out of a business. He was just like, everybody you get it, but that was his zawadi for everybody. Like he, zawadi just means gifts, in case for those of us who don't know. But yeah, it just means gifts. And so on the last day of Kwanzaa, you exchange gifts, like just like Christmas, which is you got 7 days, and on the last day you get the gifts. So most of those gifts are usually handmade or bought from like our own,
Right.
right? So he would like that was his handmade gift. He would just make us like body butter and stuff like that. He made us shea butter and he would just like add his little things to it and boom. So I was like, man, I really want to do that. But then I was like, I want it to be like how I want it to be and stuff like that. So just like letting my dad help me was just like the first step. And he really did help me because I was like, nigga, I was trying to do this shit by myself, but you got the drop. You know how to make it
So your dad was
smooth.
the real plug.
He was a
He the
real
plug.
plug. So shout out to my dad.
All right.
He
So right
definitely
now, do
helped
you
me.
do you feel like you got like maybe like a small team that helps you like on the business side of things? While I know you got many hats that you wear. You got still
No,
working
I'm
full
still growing
time,
that
man.
team. I'm still growing that
Still
team.
growing the
Is
team.
anyone? Yeah, I'm still
Don't,
growing
no,
that
don't
team.
just say anybody.
Anyone?
You gotta have specific expectations,
I
because
definitely.
anybody,
I'm saying if you
no.
think you can.
What you looking for? What you think your team
Okay.
needs? Your team that you trying to build. What is it? What is it in
Okay,
need
so
of?
my team right now definitely needs a web designer
Web
who knows
designer.
how to do that. Link, listen, tap in. We need a web designer. We also need, let me see. We definitely need that web designer ASAP. So that's first.
Okay,
That's
first
first on the
thing
list.
priority. Web
I
design.
got a
Need
whole
one.
list. I got a whole list. Oh, and who whoever's found social media, let's go tap in,
Tap
tap
in.
in ASAP. Cause I'm good on social media, but I ain't like I need somebody.
Social media managers tap in.
Period. And
Okay,
then
what else?
what else we need? And that's really it. I need a photo shoot ASAP.
Photo shoot in
So
my career. What's up?
yeah, I need a photo shoot ASAP. Who can do that? Let's
I got a
go.
photographer.
Okay. So listen, this
That's
is what
check.
we've been needed. So yeah. So those are the top three. Those are
Okay.
the top three. So tap in photographers, tap in web designers, and tap in social
Oh
media.
yeah, specifically, is this a branding shoot? Would you
Yeah,
say
this
this is
is
a
a branding
branding shoot?
shoot. This
So
is a
that you
branding
got to
shoot.
be specific,
It's
because
for
not all photographers
okay, yeah, that's
know
facts.
how to
Yes,
shoot like
yeah, that's
brands.
absolute facts. That's absolute facts. She said it. So it's definitely a branding shoot. It would definitely be a product shoot.
Okay,
Yeah, like it's just
product. Okay.
we not in the pictures. We gonna be taking the pictures for
Yeah.
the
So
product.
when she say tap in, like that mean like send your work, your information, your
Yeah,
portfolio, your website. So
and follow me.
people
Follow
can see.
me.
So where can they follow you?
Shea butter underscore baby. Shea butter underscore baby. That's CHEBUTTER underscore baby. BABY.
Okay. And so where do you see Che Butter going? Where do you see it going?
Hopefully the Target. Like that's where we
Target.
going. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
where we
yeah,
finna
yeah. I seen a
go.
little section of that. I said,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes,
where we going. We
products.
going in the Target.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Target.
going in the Target real soon.
Okay.
And then of course, like our own storefront is gonna be secondary for sure. Actually, it's primary, but we'll stop at Target for a second and see what's what. But you can also get it at Target.
You can. Okay.
And we'll have our storefront, but you can also get it at Target and online. You can get it online right now though.
All right. What about possibly partnering with other like black owned businesses who already have storefronts and y'all working something out? You know what I'm
I
saying?
was talking to a sister at the Malcolm X Festival, which I
Okay.
love. Every year, I always find somebody who's doing something and got something going on. So I appreciate that. But Malcolm X Festival, she told me she had like a little storefront, or she was trying to see if people were looking for storefronts because she found like a whole little suite or area downtown, and she was like, "Oh, you should come over here." Saw a lot of things, so I could follow up with her. But then also, I know I have some other. people that I do business with too.
Yeah.
And so we've been talking about doing something like that real soon too. So that might be coming up for real.
Okay.
And then this summer coming up, we will be having like a little pop up truck. So
Pop up
that's
truck.
next. Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
next.
that's
Yeah.
what's a pop up truck?
So it's kind of like a U-Haul, and we just like pop up shop wherever we want, like a trunk and
Oh,
a trunk.
oh,
So we can just
yeah.
like
I need to
vend
know
wherever we
one. Got you.
go.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and it's almost like an ice cream truck, but we finna be
Y'all about to turn
having
it
our
out.
materials. Yeah, we gonna have all of
That's
our
dope.
stuff.
That's gonna be lit.
It's
That's
gonna be
gonna be
lit.
lit. When
Yeah,
that
so
start?
y'all
Cause it's about to get
that's coming
cold.
real
It's
soon.
about to get
No,
cold.
that's coming.
Skin's
That's
about
gonna
to get
come in the
dry.
spring. That's coming in the spring.
Oh, it's coming in the spring.
Yeah, that's coming in the spring.
Okay, so I mean, you can follow Shea Butter. You can order online.
Mhm.
Me myself, I be when I run out, I gotta pull up. Like I don't care where you at.
And
Like
that's why
yeah,
the truck is gonna be real clutch because
yeah,
before the storefront is gonna be the
truck,
truck.
yeah,
So that's already in the works. Trying to like we just gonna be popping up at y'all shit, just like we outside.
yeah,
We got all our shit right here.
yeah. And
We can shop.
what all kinds you
So
got?
my sister, what all kinds I got?
Yeah. Cause I seen a new one. I ain't know nothing about that
We
massage
got
me.
all
What's that?
kinds.
What's
We got all
massage me?
kinds. Oh, check it out. We got La La Lavender. We
Yeah.
have Massage Me, which is a peppermint and eucalyptus blend. We have Lemongrass Lover for all of my lemongrass lovers. We also have Peppermint Patty. So
Mhm.
that's just peppermint. And then we have Sensitive Skin. So that's unscented for those of us who just don't like any scent in it, but still has the same consistency and such. So those are our main flavors: peppermint patty, lala lavender, lemongrass lover, massage me, and then what I say? I said lala lavender.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I went over
So
all of
what's
them.
your top seller?
Everybody loves lemongrass lover and
Yeah, that
lala
joint
lavender.
fire.
Those are the top two.
Lemongrass is fire.
And then I always have my staple people who just kind of get the unscented ones because they use it for different various reasons and stuff. And they be like, oh, I don't want to put it on my baby and stuff like that. Even though it's 100% safe for your baby
Yeah.
skin. Because like I said, I was giving it to my son
Yeah.
as when he was a baby. So it's 100% safe, no matter what the fragrance is. But some of us like really don't want to put anything on our skin. So that's okay. We got the sensitive skin just for you. It's cool.
It's good. Alright, and so is your son gonna be the brand ambassador?
He is. His name is already on everything. He's the
Yeah.
brand ambassador.
Yeah.
He's one of the employees as
Yes.
well. He be sticking the labels on.
Yes.
He's 5 now. So we've been 2 years at this with him.
Right.
But we've been training him to do something for
Right, right,
5.
right, right, right.
We'll take over these businesses. That's what entrepreneurship is about.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad to see everything is growing and heading in the right direction
It
that you
is.
wanted, to go in
We
due
still grinding.
time.
We still grinding.
For sure.
Yeah,
Things are gonna fall into place when they need, how it's supposed to happen.
absolutely.
You just gotta, keep the faith, keep
I
pushing,
say
keep going. You know what I'm saying?
work, work, work.
Uh,
100. No, I was just like 100. Like, okay, keep saying that
Alright,
shit.
so you got Shea Butter, and what else is up next for you?
Even sooner than that. Yeah, because we be doing stuff. We be doing stuff. It's funny that you be asking me because like I'll forget
Don't
because
forget.
there's so many things that we doing.
Right. So what's
What's
up?
next? What's next for me? I'm actually helping to produce an event that's going to be taking place in the end of November, which is going to be kind of like it's still a baby in the
Okay.
in the idea stage,
Gotcha.
but it will be just like a live concert, and it's gonna be some dope fresh new artists that we have not seen in the Atlanta area yet before, and like not what I'm saying, it's really dope ass music. So it's coming, that should be coming at the end of November. I can't say who all is gonna be on that, but just stay tuned. Stay very tuned. It's gonna be dope as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's coming in the November. But like I said, it's in a baby in the idea stage.
All right, and
It
when
will
is
be
the podcast coming back? What's up with the podcast?
November 2. Ratchet
Podcast
Wisdom. Shout
dropping.
out Ratchet Wisdom.
Shout out to
Golly,
Ratchet
where's my
Wisdom.
Ratchet Wisdom cast?
Why you
I
ain't
should have.
see ain't you tripping? All right. So listen, while we on the
What's wrong
subject,
with
tell
me?
me about Ratchet Wisdom.
Ratchet Wisdom. Oh goodness. It is a podcast that I share with three other individuals. And we just basically talk shit, talk real shit. How can I even put it? I can't even really put it into words. It's more so something you have to see and experience because we just have some really not interesting, but just like deep our chemistry. We go way, way, way back. So we just be talking about all kind of shit that really honest, true, real shit. Like our stories coming up, grinding, and just being entrepreneurs. All entrepreneurs. We got a rapper. We got a marketing person. We got like it's just four different personalities. Just like really retarded. So we be kicking shit, talking shit, and having fun, playing games and stuff. So yeah, you gotta check it out. I can't really describe it much more than that. It's just us talking our shit.
How y'all come up with it?
Oh God, we legit be the four of us will call each other on the phone on FaceTime and just be like talking stupid as fuck, joning each other, just being on some real funny young shit, but just like we was like, somebody gotta record this shit. We're dumb. So that's really how it started. We would legit be on FaceTime in the mornings, like, look at such and so. And then it just would turn into a whole ass joke. So we was like, well, you know, sometimes people wanna see it. I
Right.
know that's how most people start their podcast, but legit, that's what we was doing. And so we was like, we kind of want to make it a platform too for those of us who have businesses and just spotlight people that like that we locally recognize and be like, okay, maybe they need a platform or a place to broadcast what they have to plug too. So it became something like that.
Yeah.
And it started as us kicking the shit, but it just it turned into more of a portal, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. And so what season y'all already shot
We're
season
in
what's
season 2. Yeah,
season two?
we in season
How can I
2.
watch season one?
We're on YouTube, Ratchet Wisdom. That's Ratchet Wisdom with a Z. So WIZDOM, Ratchet Wisdom. Wisdom.
Spell the whole thing out.
Yep, Ratchet, RATCHET, Wisdom, WIZDOM. And you can follow us on Instagram too at Ratchet Wisdom with a Z, and YouTube Ratchet Wisdom with a Z. Yep. So we everything. We on everything. We finna get on TikTok too. What should we TikTok about? For real. What
should
is a
we TikTok?
podcast TikTok about?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I
talking
don't
about we
know.
need
You
to get
gonna be
on
doing that little
TikTok. I'm
dance they
like,
be
baby,
doing?
what is we getting on TikTok for? That our last meeting, they talking about we need to get on TikTok. Baby, why? What are we doing? What
So you
does a
gonna do that little
podcast do
dance
on
they be
TikTok?
doing? Do you know little dance with the hips they be doing? You gonna do that?
I do like that one. My niece tried to teach me that one. I was feeling like a real auntie. I was like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
literally an auntie, like, because my niece was trying to teach it to me.
Dang, but like they on their phones way more than you got the time
But
to
I
be on
just
your
felt
phone.
so I was like, nah, I ain't finna do it. Don't worry about it, sis. Don't worry, don't like teach me later. I wasn't gonna do the TikTok, but you could still teach it to me. But just I'll do it.
All right, so it sounds like you got a big last quarter of the year, right? You got all
Nigga, I'm
you
just worried about
you got
2023. Fuck
you
this
got.
last
I'm
quarter. I'm
just
playing.
saying you got all the stuff you got coming up with
For
Chase Brothers.
sure.
That's gonna be
And
big.
then
And
it's
then
November.
November event.
And then Ratchet Wisdom
Ratchet
popping
Wisdom
back up
coming
on
back.
yeah.
All right, so when you gonna have time to dance, man? That sound like a lot. When you
That
gonna
do
be
sound like a lot.
dancing?
That's
When
why,
you gonna be dancing, man?
man. That's what I'm saying. I gotta
I ain't
factor that
seen you.
in.
Ain't even come to
You ain't even seen
practice.
me.
Like,
I'm
what's
not on the
up?
shows. I did not get picked. I did not get picked. I'm here to say it. So that's why you ain't listen. You ain't hear me say nothing about that other than what you just asked.
Oh man.
God damn. I gotta factor it in.
Nah, but
I
so
be doing too much. That's what
it's
I'm trying to
because
tell you. This
your birthday
Libras.
coming up too. When your
Yeah.
birthday?
Ooh, it's in 8 days. Ooh.
Right. That's why you
What's
didn't get
today? The
picked though,
20.
right?
Yeah, it's the 21st. Yeah, my birthday. 8 days. Yeah.
And then you taking a trip for that?
Yeah.
And you going to Africa?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm just playing about Africa. I haven't even got that planned yet. Like, come on.
Oh.
I'm going because I like to speak things into existence.
Yeah,
But
that's what you manifested.
yeah,
Africa.
exactly.
You was very
Africa's,
specific with where you was going. So I'm
because
thinking
that's what I'm
like the
saying.
plan's already in
Because that's what
motion.
I'm saying. That's how I gotta go. That's how I gotta do it. Because I am going at the end of this year. That's what I'm saying. Listen.
Okay.
Okay, but back to what I'm saying. So at the end of this year, I'm going on
Okay.
the trip to Africa. So I'll be able to come back to you all fresh and strong at the beginning of next year.
Okay.
That's why I ain't
So
really
that's what
worried
you
about.
that's what you saying. So you just canceling Kwanzaa out. You're not gonna do the Kwanzaa?
I am gonna do the Kwanzaa. I'm gonna do the Kwanzaa, sir. I'm gonna do the Kwanzaa.
Okay.
But now if I'm gone, how I'm gonna do the Kwanzaa?
Oh, you gonna be in Africa, so you can't do the Kwanzaa.
I can't do the Kwanzaa.
What's it called? Plot twist. We did that in the end of November. So I feel like you're gonna be here. We ain't do that in December.
Well, you talking about the Kwanzaa show?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
y'all
aired.
taped it.
It aired
that's
during
facts.
Kwanzaa.
All right, well then
But
I'm
we
in
taped
Kwanzaa.
it.
I'm in Kwanzaa. What's
Yeah,
up?
come on.
I'm in Kwanzaa.
Manifest it. I need her on the show.
Yeah, I'm in Kwanzaa. That's what's up. Yeah, please, Sister, can I please be in Kwanzaa?
Oh my God, you so crazy.
I'm just playing.
So
Nah,
crazy.
that's a joke. That's just a joke.
So before we head out, you just gotta advertise everything. You gotta repeat everything. Like I just tuned into what you saying, so I need to know summarize who you are, what you do, what you got going on, what's coming up next, and how to follow you. Go.
Okay, so once again, Zakia Sabri, aka Empress Smash. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Empress_Smash. EMPRESS_Smash. Um, Also at Che Butter Baby, because I got the body butters coming at y'all real strong. Che Butter_Baby. And then you guys can just kind of stay locked in with me those 2 ways. Really, for the most part, I really just be on Instagram. I don't be on nothing else because I'm like, oh, I'm stopping right there. Ratchet Wisdom. My bad. Ratchet Wisdom. Shout out Ratchet Wisdom. Follow us at Ratchet Wisdom with a Z. Ratchet Wisdom. So that's me on everything.
Right. And Zaki is also an active member of GYM.
That is a fact. And you guys need to follow GYM as a B.
on Instagram.
But we already said that. Like, come on.
Yeah, but you know they be like that. You don't know how to spell it.
GYM
GIWAYENMATA on Instagram to keep up with us where
Keep
we
up with
at,
us,
where we
please. I be teaching
going.
dance class too. Dang.
Oh yeah.
I
I missed
taught last week,
it. I missed it. Tell me about it.
was
What you
banging.
teach?
It
What you
was
teach? What you
banging.
teach? What you teach?
We taught bow. I taught bow. Bow. Yes, bow comes to us from Guinea.
Okay. What ethnic group?
This is the Toma people.
Toma people. Why is it played?
So we play this rhythm. It started off kind of more as a initiation, but we more so play at parties, weddings. This is a celebratory piece now. Like, so it started off on the kren, the wooden instrument that we play on the floor. And now we transferred that to djembe, and it just goes up. Like, that's one of my favorite ones. Bow.
Right.
Bow. It's literally like how it's called, like bow. You know what I'm saying? That should be bow, bow, bow. That's why I love that.
All right, so when you teaching again?
I'll probably be teaching. What's today's date? Oh, I already set the date. I told September the other week. I'm going to be teaching again in November. Yeah, so I do have a
big
busy
November.
I got a big.
Dang.
You never lied.
You got it.
Did it say November? Let me go back in there. Hold on.
Let me go back in there.
Let me double check that. We just set it up.
November.
We just said it. Zaki. No, it's December the 4th.
Oh dang. December the 4th.
I'm there. December the 4th. I'm in there.
All right, cool. And
That's
then
the
you
next
got
time I'm
Kwanzaa.
teaching.
So yeah, you got all that
so
going on.
man, you are gonna see me.
No, for sure.
And then I wanna rehearse with y'all before y'all go to the show. They got this really big show in Dallas called Dance Africa, and they gonna have so much fun.
Shout out to Dallas.
Shout out to my Dallas crew. Shout out to my Dallas crew. That's gonna be fun. Y'all gonna have fun, and it's gonna be your first out of town.
This my first
Oh
out of
yeah,
town
it's
trip.
for you. It's up for you. Dang, I'm saying I'm gonna miss your first out of town, but it's up for you. It's up for you.
I'm gonna be in Dallas for a week.
You're not gonna want to go. Like, listen, you want to go to every out of town trip that you can do.
I am.
That's that's a fact.
I'm saying yes.
That's the Fendi.
Yes, I want to go. Yes, I want to go. But not for real. Are you going to the any festivals this weekend? I think Revolt
I'm
Summit is this
actually out of
weekend.
town this
It's a
weekend.
lot going on, a lot of dope stuff going on
I'm
this
so
weekend.
sad. I really just realized that. But my niece is getting married, and so
Oh,
I
that's what's
am
up.
going to go see her
That's
in
what's
her
up.
nuptials. Yep, that should be fun. We're going to Massachusetts to go witness that. And so that should be fun. I'm gonna miss all this shit in Atlanta though, but I'm gonna have a really nice time at my niece's wedding. So
Are you gonna take some shea butter to sell though?
I am because I'm
Cause I
restocking.
would.
So
Cause
I'm
I
restocking.
would.
So
I would. I
man,
definitely would. I definitely would. You should.
they want it. And then my
Yeah.
sister-in-law was already like, okay, so can you please bring me 3 jars? And I'm just like, when am I gonna have time to make this for you? But I'm gonna make time. I'm gonna
Pull it
make
all
this
night to
time.
make it happen.
I'm gonna make this time.
Well, if you were late to tuning in on Instagram, I have Zaki here with me, my sis, my good sis, Zaki here
We had
today
fun.
for sure. We talked about just our experiences, her going to a HBCU, me going to a PWI, and me coming into like kind of like the the culture and really tapping in, with the ancestors and finding my tribe. Shout out to GYMI too. And just my experiences. Before prior to joining. I never drummed to dancers. I never drummed standing up. I never had any movement. Like I never, how we like nah, nothing. Step as a log, you know what I'm saying? I'm good
Oh.
now. It took me a while to get into it, but now just
Nah,
look at
you hop right in there.
for sure. It's gonna sound weird, but it felt like I already was there before.
Yeah, it seemed like you was already there
I was
before too.
like, it's
You didn't
you
have
know
a
what I'm
hard time catching in there.
saying.
Now I've seen some ones have a hard time getting in there now.
I heard,
Yeah, I've
but
seen some ones, but you did not. I'm here to clear that up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm grateful though, for sure.
Yep.
But
What an
yeah,
experience.
yeah,
What a
it's
pleasure. It's
been
been a pleasure
dope.
meeting
It's
you.
been up for sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And we're just gonna keep going and
Keep
keep growing.
growing for sure.
And if y'all need that shea butter, y'all need to hit up my girl. Like she got all the different kinds: peppermint, lavender, lemongrass lover, massage me. It smells good, feels
Mm-hmm.
good, great on the skin. It's the only thing that's what keeps my skin moisturized because I have extremely dry skin, dry
And so many
scalp. Is that
things.
season about to come? I don't like my hands to be ashy, so shea butter it is.
It is.
And yeah, thank everybody for tuning in to conversation with the Connect. This is a dope interview with my girl. Until
Appreciate
next week,
y'all.
every Wednesday on BODradio.com at 8 p.m. We having conversations with the Connect, and I'm the Connect. What's up?
We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station. BLDradio.com.
Yes, ma'am.